Hey there, welcome back to Daily with Nate. I'm Nate Ridgway, your personal performance coach. We're in the middle of John Maxwell's 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership. Today's a fun one. It's called the Law of the Big Mo. Now, what is the Law of the Big Mo? It says momentum is the leader's best friend. The Big Mo is momentum. Now, what is interesting about momentum is that it is a great exaggerator. It really is. When you feel an organization really capturing momentum, it over hyperbolizes and exaggerates what that team was able and competent to do previously, but for some reason something's happened where you've caught momentum and it helps to exaggerate the overall activity of the team. It's a magnifying glass. It can make things appear even bigger or greater than they are, and that's okay. Even if it's like just a felt thing or a psychological or an emotional thing, when the people on the team start to see, man, this thing is really popping off and we're really going places and we're starting to get some wins, all of a sudden, it's like the whole thing feels bigger to them emotionally. They outperform themselves, which is the last thing. It helps followers to overperform. Now, many years ago, I was a part of a sales organization that had been doing pretty good. When I first found that team, it was doing about $20 million a year in sales. And, we kept plugging along and looking for angles to really help sales to explode and trying to find what would that new lead product be that would just catch fire and take off. And then all of a sudden, somebody on the team had an idea. The idea started to work. And out of that idea was a catalyst of all these other explosive creative elements. And the next thing you know, we were in momentum. And in about a 4-year window of time, we went from doing $20 million in the entire company a year to where I was doing just in my business over $30 million a year, and the company went to do $2 billion in sales. Why? We caught momentum, and it just created an exaggerated effect. It created excitement. It magnified the whole thing and it exploded, and everybody was overperforming. I have even said many times that most of us made more money than our pedigree because of the big mo, the momentum that set in. Even average people will perform far above average when you can get your organization to move into momentum. But it takes a really great leader to establish momentum. So, some takeaways and some things to think about. Number one, momentum always begins inside the leader. It doesn't begin inside the team. Now, somebody in the team may have a great idea like that one gentleman did, but it's because there was really awesome leadership at the helm saying, hey guys, what are some creative, interesting things that you guys are doing in your individual sales organizations that we're not doing as a company? So leader stepped in and was a catalyst to stir up those creative ideas. Number two, motivation is a key factor in developing momentum. You're going to have to motivate that team, and in motivating them, you may need to look for demotivating elements. And sometimes those demotivating elements might be in the leadership, and the leadership might need to work on some things in their personal development with how they relate to the team. Sometimes those demotivating elements can come from down within the organization. Sometimes it's time to cut somebody loose and say, hey, love you, here's some severance pay. Don't really think that you're a fit for where you're headed. Because remember, the people that got you to where you are not necessarily the ones that are going to get you to where you want to go. And then lastly, to encourage momentum, you need to help your people celebrate their accomplishments. Yes, we want to get the team a big win, but if unique individuals are not feeling a sense of accomplishing their own goals and their own purposes and what's important to them, and that's different for every single one of them. It's not the same for them all. It's not always an income goal. It's not always getting a promotion goal. You never know what it is until you have those critical conversations. So sit down with the ladies and gentlemen that are a part of your team and ask them, hey, we have a team goal and we know where we're headed, but in this drive, what's important to you and what do you want to get out of this? And when you focus on them as a leader that way, that'll be a big part of creating the big mo, that awesome momentum that you're looking for inside your organization. If you got value from this, please like, comment, subscribe, share it with somebody that you know that you think can also get something out of Daily with Nate. We'll see you right back here tomorrow.